Good day, Sir Insan and classmates. I am Vienna Marie Isabella Iosea, and this is my final project on differential calculus. Let's get started. The topic is about the maxima and the minima. Here is one example to get the minima or the minimum value. Example number 1. The sum of the two numbers is k. Find the minimum value of the sum of their squares. The sum of two numbers is k. Find the minimum value of the sum of their squares. To get the sum of their squares, let x be the first number, y be the another number. The sum of the squares of two numbers is given by the expression k is equals x plus y squared. The next step will be x is equals to x plus y times x plus y. Since dalawa silang magkaparehas, let's multiply by itself. Then it will be x times x will be x squared. Then x plus xy times x plus xy will be 2xy. Then y times y is equal to y squared. In order to find the minimum value, one of these two numbers need to be 0. So I choose x to be 0. So it will be, let substitute the x by 0. So it will be x is equals to 0, 0 squared plus 2 times 0 times y plus y squared. Note that this is the minimum value of the sum of the two numbers is k regardless of the value of k. So, hindi ko na po sinama yung k kasi ang inaano natin dito is yung value ng x. So, it will be 0 squared plus 2 times 0 times y plus y squared will be 0. So, this will be the answer. To find the value of y, we need to know the square root of each number. So the square root of y squared will be y, and the square root of 0 is 0. So y is equals to 0. So let's substitute the number. X will be equals to 0, and y will be equals to 0. So the given is x squared plus 2xy plus y squared is equals to 0. So let's substitute it. 0 squared plus 2 times 0 times 0 plus 0 squared is equals to 0. The final answer will be x plus y squared is equals to 0. Remember that the minimum value of the sum of the square is 0. Let's proceed to um, the next example. The next one is about finding the derivative of the implicit function. Let's begin. Find the derivative of the given implicit function. So the next example is sin x times tan x is equals to x plus cosine y. I have here the formula to find the derivative of the trigonometric functions. So again, let's proceed to example number 2. So, to find the derivative of the implicit function y with respect to x, we can use the implicit differentiation method. This method treating y treating y as a function of x and differentiating both sides of the equation with respect to x. So let's find out. Cos sine x times tan x plus x squared x is equals to 1 plus times negative sine xy times dy over dx. So this will be the answer. And to find the value of the dy over dx, we need to multiply each both side by negative sine y. So this will be the answer. So the answer is dy over dx is equals to cosine x times tan x plus sec squared x minus 1 over negative sine y. So the final answer will be dy over dx is equals to cosine x times tan x plus x squared times x minus 1. So yung negative ng sine x is pwede siyang ilagay dun sa side. So, now we got the first derivative of dy over dx of the given implicit function y with respect to x, where y is the implicit function of x. Also, note that this is an exact answer of derivative, and it will hold only if sine y is not 0. So, hindi daw pwedeng maging ganyan yung sagot natin if 0 ang equals ng sin y. Psi times y. So let's proceed to our next topic. Our next topic will be inverse trigonometric function. So find the first derivative of the given function. So x is equals to x minus t times sine times t plus sine raised to the power of negative 1 times 1 minus t. So to find the derivative of the function x is equals to 1 minus t sine times t plus sine raised to the power of negative 1 times 1 minus t. With respect to the t, we can use the rules of differentiation. So this will be the derivative of x with respect to t is dx over dt is equals to 1 minus t cosine times t plus cosine times sine raised to the power of negative 1 times 1 minus t times minus 1 minus negative 1 rather over the square root of 1 minus times 1 minus t squared. So the final answer will be dx over dt is equals to cosine t minus sine times t minus cos times sine raised to the power of negative 1 and times 1 minus t 1 minus t over the square root of 1 minus times 1 minus t squared. Note that to derive the last step, we use the chain rule. So this would be the chain rule. So the next topic will be the hyperbolic function and inverse hyperbolic. To find the first derivative of the implicit function y with respect to x, we can use the implicit differentiation method. Find the derivative of the given implicit function. Let's see. So, sine raised to the power of -1 times y is equals to y sine times y sine x. Derivative of inverse hyperbolic function formulas. So, ayan yung mga pwede nating magamit by this topic. To find the derivative of the implicit function y with respect to x, we can use the implicit differentiation method. So, let's proceed. Here is how we would go about finding the derivative. So, 1 over the square root of 1 plus y squared times dy over dx is equals to sine x plus y cosine x. So, to find the value of dy over dx, we need to multiply both sides by 1 over the square root of 1 plus y squared. So the answer will be here, sine x plus y cosine x over 1 over the square root of 1 plus y squared. So the final answer is dy over dx is equals to sine x plus y cosine x times the square root of 1 plus y squared. Now that we have the first derivative of dy over dx of the given implicit function y with respect to x, where y is the implicit function of x, also note that this is an exact answer of y of the derivative rather, and it is hold only if the square root of 1 plus y squared is not equals to 0. So, makukuha lang daw natin yung answer na yan kung the square root of 1 plus y squared is not equals to 0. So, thank you for listening today. I hope you learned something from me. Thank you so much.